Lil' tune, flow sinister, I'ma finish him. Many men gon' need ministers, I'm a men in them. Enemies, I'm the enema, I'ma on them. Just like my keys, drop my on a dental work. My thoughts I keep confidential, it's consequential. Philosophies unidentical, I'm not into you. My Siamese brother Benjamin, that's how I stick to him. These diamond bees, all BBs, I call them Vivica. Skating underneath a bridge, stay hustling as it is. Make money, feed the kids, ain't nothing in the fridge. Wake up, repeat the sins, I need a 10, stay muddy to the lid, 800, eat a.
Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. Yeah. This ain't rap music, this straight literature. Small-minded, all your ideas miniature. Yeah. They tend to hate on you when they can't get rid of you. I ain't going nowhere, 20-year career minimum. Call Hit Boy for beats, ask for 10 of them. I don't follow trends, I swing the pendulum. If the bag good, I'm gonna give her some. Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. Never lied in my rhymes, you can go ask Jennifer. That's my mom's name. I create and find change. My mind frame ensures that forever I'll reign.
Our Father who art in heaven, I love when you toss me blessings. You never throw interceptions, I catch them like O.D. Beckham. Hard to not the devil when built like Tiana Teller. And balling at 27, I feel like Iman Shumpert. Know there's a disconnect when the sheep start to lead the shepherd. The weak start to be aggressive, the streets start to be the reverend. Bragging about first class, seated on 9/11. They spirits are not united, a legion, my soul forever. I murder my adolescence, assault with a friendly weapon. I verbally dissect them to help them get back together. Wanting the stranger things, I handle it like 11. My point is I guard the kids. I should play for the Celtics. Watch how I Euro step them and curry them like I'm Stephen. Whenever I'm in your town, the Warriors in your presence. I manifest my endeavors. I'm blessed and I'm getting better. I walk amongst living legends. Coach Contra will live forever. Oh.
We find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Tonight, we kick off Week 3 with a great Thursday night matchup between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Denver Broncos. As of this morning, summer officially over. It's time for autumn football, and we're underway on EA Sports.
This will be returned from deep in the end zone.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. He finds his man Johnson. Broke a tackle, but not much room there. Just up past the 25. No. An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. taken down, but he does have first down yardage. The 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
The Broncos at 0-2 here to begin the season. And listen, they made their share of mistakes in these first 2 games, CD, but talking with them in the days leading up to this one, doesn't seem like they've lost any confidence.
I would agree with that, and what they told us was that they weren't planning on making any drastic changes. They didn't see the need to shake things up. They were going to continue to plow ahead. They felt they had the right guys on the team and in the locker room, but they do have to start winning some games.
Now a play fake here on first down. He'll buy some time right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And this is caught at the 20. A huge play there for Denver. 48 yards. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for first and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2.
Well, this defense for the Chargers, much improved from week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Sets him up nicely. First and goal. It was a pickup of 14. Now they try the right side here. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Bronco touchdown. A great effort there.
His third rushing touchdown of the year. And the Broncos will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Extra point by McCann, up and good.
And that makes the score 7-0. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. First down, Rivers.
That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end.
They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. Here's Rivers. Airing this one out for Fitzgerald. And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown.
Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too.
Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And to no one's surprise here in Denver, that'll carry through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive.
And they are losers of 2 straight coming into this Thursday night game. Is it more difficult, CD, when you take a losing streak into a quick turnaround game like this?
It certainly is, because you don't get time to work on the issues that you've had throughout the season that have caused you to have the record that you're having. You can't really get those set. So now you're trying to minimize those and maximize what you've been doing well. And I remember a game recently where one of the assistant coaches said to the head coach, forget our running back rotation. This guy has a hot hand, and they rode him to a victory. Those are things you have to look out for in games like this.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. First and 10. Quick hitter here. It's complete.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
As a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there. They go play action here on first down. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. He's got a man complete. And now off to the races down the right side. And he goes diving to get as much as he can following a big gain. A nice little cherry on top there at the end. A huge play there for Denver. 67 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on first and goal. They're going to look to throw. Touchdown, Broncos. A great play there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Broncos have taken the lead. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
On 1st and 10, Rivers. And he'll go right back to Moore. Complete again. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 37-yard line. Smith up the middle, and not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package, and that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
On 2nd and 12, Rivers. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
The coverage was good, but I just wonder if they absolutely fooled the quarterback on that play. I think he was expecting something else, ended up with nowhere to throw the football successfully.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Play action now, Rivers. Airing this one out for Fitzgerald. And unable to connect, incomplete. Well, give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half, a second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
4th down, Rivers. And looking for Andrews, but this is intercepted. And the Broncos are going to take over here up near the 40. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, I want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. This is caught inside the 15. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Broncos are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And it's now 21-7. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the Plague did on the last one.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and pump the football.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to air this thing out deep for Thomas. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. A great effort there. 44 yards. And the Broncos have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Charger drive about to get going. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Game clock at 2:01. Time for one final play before the 2-minute warning. Throwing again, Rivers on 2nd and 10. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And the Broncosins are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Perfect example of the kind of attitude you have to play defensive back in the NFL. You want to be the only defender around, and you want them to challenge you. And on that play, he came through.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. Looking long for Thomas. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw here. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
They're going to try and throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Rivers. And he's got the hook up to Moore.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get...
And it's intercepted at the goal line.
And the Broncos are going to take over at their own 2-yard line.
Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points no matter what. At worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in a second.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness.
And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football.
The CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that.
And he will get in across the chalk for a Chargers touchdown.
Jonathan Taylor
taking it in from 2 yards out.
And the Chargers get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that cuts the lead to 28-14. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go.
And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown! A great play there. 75 yards. And the Broncos will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. The Charger drive about to get going. And with a 3-score deficit staring him in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive.
Rivers on first down. Airing this one out for Fitzgerald. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
But no kneeling for them. They decided they weren't going to run out the clock. They decided to take their shot downfield, hoping to either make a connection or a pass interference call. They wanted more points to put on the board.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing Rivers. Airing this one out for Fitzgerald.
And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete.
A very limited time left to get into field goal range before the half, and they tried to get it all on one throw right there.
On play action, Rivers. Rush coming, and he's taken down. And the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Now Rivers on fourth down. Airing this one out for Fitzgerald. And that's caught inside the 35. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. A first down throw here for Rivers. He's going to take another shot here. And that is incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Final play of the half, Rivers. He's going to go up top again. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. So we're at halftime here in Denver with the Broncos leading this one. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. The Chargers going to get the football first here in this second half, and they trail as we get back underway. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, they look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
From the 44, Rivers. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end, Andrews. He'll get it inside the 20. Touchdown, L.A. Mark Andrews, 56 yards. And the Chargers get a bit closer. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead will be cut down to 14. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You could say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
On play action, they'll throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
Jalen Petrie picks it up. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, third quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now, if these guys can turn this...
Touchdown, Chargers! A great effort there. 30 yards.
And the Chargers take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points.
The extra point up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. And there's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now back to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side.
And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
After what they've faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football.
So, my goodness, I wouldn't have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
It'll go as a gain of 4. That is 2nd down. They go play action. Rivers. Throw right side is complete to Andrews, his tight end. He's up to 88 yards receiving in the ball game now, and he's got a 1st down. They'll run here with Taylor. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Jonathan Taylor with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Chargers take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. Extra point right down the middle. And that will tie our game here in the 3rd. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a handoff working right. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. He'll look to throw. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 44-yard line. He'll look to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And the Chargers are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. They'll run the toss here with Taylor. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long. Off the play fake here, Rivers. It's complete to Fitzgerald. Rivers to throw for it on 4th. And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Play fake. Rivers. That's going to be caught by Moss. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Play action now, Rivers. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
Whenever I see an in-route dropped, as we just saw on that play, I'm always thinking that in the back of their mind, they're worried about what's coming at them because they're going towards traffic on that route as opposed to being away from it and maybe having a little bit more space.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
1st and 10, Taylor now. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Rivers is going to fake the give to Taylor and set up to throw it toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. To throw is Rivers. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the 1st down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
And on 3rd down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. 4th down, Rivers. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers, and the Broncos will take over on downs. Denver offense at the line, ready to go.
We'll see if they can grab the lead. Either way, what a job their defense did to force the turnover on downs to set up this opportunity.
And good yardage as he gets this one up to about the 23. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
Well, partner, that's how you make a long drive suddenly not so long anymore. One big play, and they're already in field goal range with designs on getting more than that.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he put up a good fight, but he's going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. They'll roll him out right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up fourth.
McCann's kick up and good.
And they have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter.
So he waited on the sideline for his first chance in the ballgame, and it didn't come until the fourth quarter, but he connects there. A big one to give him the lead.
Boy, you talk about coming in cold. I don't care how many times you kick it into a net. You're not really ready when you go out there and all that beef is coming at you trying to block the kick. Big spot, and he delivers.
The Charger drive about to get going.
And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this fourth quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ballgame.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells.
And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker.
And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown.
McCann for the point after.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. The Charger drive about to get going.
We'll see if they can band back together after the pick six. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A two-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Rivers. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. His fifth catch tonight, and it's good for a first down.
With that last completion, CD's now over 400 yards passing in the game, and quite a few of those have come via some pretty big strikes downfield. Certainly not afraid to challenge this secondary, and it's been successful.
I like your observation there, partner, because I agree. This is a group more than capable of torching a secondary any week, as evidenced by their combined stat line here. And in the time we have remaining, it wouldn't shock me at all to see them take another deep shot. As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Down under 2 minutes to go. in this football game. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Rivers. Slings it to Andrews, and it's complete. The tight end has it. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Offense just continues to reign supreme. Big plays, both sides, back and forth. Tough to keep track of.
It certainly is, and I'm over here just marveling at what I'm seeing. It's tough for you, though. You got to call all these big plays and have all this emotion each time they go at each other.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the 1st down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Rivers. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 13-yard line. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Someone moved, flag is out. That's going to be 5 yards.
And that'll drive coaches crazy. You work all week on dealing with loud crowds, on dealing with motion, and then you have a guy jump.
Bad false start penalty there. Now 2nd and 6. Rivers to throw. And this is caught for a touchdown. So hang on now. Things just got a little bit more interesting here in the final minute.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, it's off. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. He's got it at the 10. And he is not going to get in here. So the decision to go for 2 does not pay off as they're unable to cut any further into their deficit. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the 1st down carry. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the 1st. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away, trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
Rolling to his right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And that'll be incomplete. The flag was down, so they took a shot, thinking it's on the defense. Let's see. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to one possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. And in this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
So for Denver, they're into the win column now as they move to 1-2 on the young season. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week where they take on the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for the Chargers, they will fall to a similar mark